Yes, we are twins. Welcome to our channel. So for today's video is another DIY video here on our channel, but this time we are gonna be making a dress inspired by the one and only Taylor Swift and her song called Lavender Haze from the album Midnights. This album is currently popular and loved by many people, so we decided to make a dress inspired by this song, the Lavender Haze, for anyone who might be interested, as well as share to you on how we made it. It is everything about soft, flowy, delicate lavender and purplish tone kind of vibe. If you're interested, then let's go and start the video. So these are the fabrics that we are gonna be using for today's DIY. This silver color and this lavender or purple satin fabrics. And by the way guys, we also made a little prototype of the dress that we are gonna be making, so we can imagine how to do the dress and how the dress would come out.
The materials you'll be needing for this DIY are satin fabric in lavender and silver color, scissors, pins, rhinestones, bra extenders, and any marker you have, garter, and tape measurement. For the first step, we are gonna make a rectangle shape for the bra part of our dress. Measure your bust and your desired length for the bust part, also adding 1 inch seam allowance. Using the silver colored fabric, fold it in half and mark the measurements and cut them out. Ours is 15 inches long and 5 inches wide. After cutting, pin them in place and sew around the edge, leaving an inch opening to turn the fabric inside out after. So to turn the fabric inside out, push the fabric from the other side to the small opening and pull it out. Now that you have this piece of fabric, close the opening by top stitching. What we're going to do next is to sew the darts on both sides of the top to make it fit perfectly to our shape. Fold the fabric in half. From that folded side, mark 2 cm and 8 cm and then sew. After doing so, you should have something like this. Let's move on to the strap and measure from the back over the shoulder, around your underbust, over the other shoulder, and back again, as this is where the strap will go. Cut out those measurements. Ours were 50 inches long and 2 inches wide. Seam allowance is already included. After cutting it out, sew along both edges. When you are done sewing, turn the fabric again inside out using a pencil or other alternatives. When you finally have your straps, attach it to the rectangle piece by sewing on the bottom and sides of the rectangle piece like this. Next step is making the lower part of the dress. First, measure your bust, the length from the top to your hips, also your waistline, and measure how long you want your dress to be and then cut them out. For reference, our vital statistics is 31, 23, 33. Our dress size is usually extra small to small size. So here are the measurements of our dress. Mark these measurements into the fabric and then cut them out. After doing so, you should have all these pieces all in all. For the back skirt pieces, attach these 2 pieces of fabric right sides together and sew along the top edge, and also sew a hem all around the other edges. This is the part we forgot to do though. To make the box skirt look more crisp, open the sewed part and at the right side of the fabric, sew a top stitch. Now you will have this sharp edge. Next step is to make our back piece of the top part. We are gonna make separate ones for the back, which are these pyramid form pieces. So fold the fabric in half and sew along the edge, leaving the shorter parts of the fabric because this is where we will flip the fabric inside out. Here, we are inserting a pencil to push out the corners of the fabric to make a sharper look. After that, iron it out to flatten and top stitch along the edge for a more professional look. Now that you are done, this is where you are gonna sew your bra extenders. This is our first time using it and it's just very easy to do. You are just gonna open the bra extender and insert the fabric to it, then sew it in place. Next step is to attach these pieces on the side of the bra piece we've made earlier. And when it's done, at the back, attach the strap piece to the pyramid piece like this, and just cut out the excess. Next is to finally attach the front part of the dress and back part of the skirt to each other. After that, attach the bra and the front piece fabric together by sewing 2 lines of each side like this, as well as on the bottom part of the bra piece. We decided to stitch along the edge of the strap for this part because we thought it would look more professional and less bubbly. Now it's time for the fun part, putting rhinestones on the fabric. We use these small silver rhinestones. We just bought this on a local store and they look so cute. By using a fabric glue, paste the rhinestones along the bra straps. We added these cute little ones to make the dress more sparkly, and ta-da! If you are already satisfied with the strap, you can stop here. In this video, we made 2-in-1 versions of that dress, the strap and the puff sleeve dress. So for this version, you must measure your biceps, that is around your arm, and multiply that measurement by 2.5 because you will need extra fabric to achieve the gathered effect. As a result, we have 2 rectangles that are 26 inches long and 5 inches wide. After cutting, simply fold each piece in half with right sides together and sew along the side to connect both ends. After sewing, iron the seam allowance open and begin hemming the sleeves at the top and bottom. We only fold it once here, but we recommend folding it twice for a cleaner result. Then begin sewing, leaving an inch open so we can insert the fabric inside the tunnel of whatever your measurement is on your biceps. That would also be the same length for the garter. You will need 2 pieces of the garter for the top and bottom. And for the top, you should add 1 inch for the garter, so that should be 11-inch garter for the top and 10-inch garter for the bottom. To feed the garter through the tunnel, we just use a safety pin. When you reach the end of the garter, just pin it in place like this and connect both sides by sewing zigzag stitch. And when it's done, just top stitch it to close and repeat the process to the rest of the sleeves. And then you can just attach it on the sides of the dress, and now you have 2 versions of the dress.
That's the end of our video. If you enjoy these kind of contents or would like us to make another DIY dress inspired by Taylor Swift songs, or if you have any other requests, then please let us know in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. So I guess we will see you on our next one. Bye!
We'd be walking in the moonlight, staying up till sunrise. Baby, you can let your walls come down.